think we're live once again. Apologies for that little hiccup there. I think we're good. Please. I'm double checking right now. If we're live. Yes, we are. We are live. We are live. So, you haven't missed much, of course. There's a lot of lap 1 shenanigans, but nothing major. There's a big drain to the back. With Frankie Bear, Kippo, Carlos, Good George. They all had little moments within the first couple laps. Looking at position changes, Pink Panther's up 2 positions. As I look at that, we're looking at a battle for P3. Poison Death Scott is way ahead of Kenneth for P3. There's a little bit of a gap between that pack and the top 2. Those two are within the second. Anyways, Dodge Demons went up 3 spots. His other AlphaTauri teammate Falcon's up 1.5. Frankie up 4. Jesse went up 2, but he's just had a little moment, I think. Because he was, I think, P11 or P10. And he's down to P14. That is not ideal at all. As he goes down. Just behind, he's losing front wing. He has lost his front wing. Apologies for the hiccup there. You haven't missed a lot. The top 3, top 5 really all say the same. Carlos had a moment at lap 2 or 3, and Kippo lost a lot of spots at the beginning. Anyways, Pink Panther has great bases all over the back of the Williams gearbox of Kenneth. Looking to try to make a move somewhere. Frankie Bear has a 3-second time penalty. I think he got another penalty. Yeah, he had other additional 5-second time penalty. I wonder if Burnsy is not in. I can't tell if it's an AI or not. No, this is not an AI. He just had, he had a pit stop, so he's a ways back. Pink Panther's making a move on Poison Death. Can't get the move stick, but with DRS now down to turn 4. Mercedes also has DRS barely on Kenneth, but he's not going to be able to make the move here. He's going to stay behind the Mercedes for just a little bit longer. Falcon trying to make a move on Wolfie, but it's not going to stick at all. He didn't even try to go for it. Sengen's under about half a second behind Rosso. P1 to Williams. As we see Kippo trying to make a move on Carlos too. They qualified, I think, P5 and P6. Very good, and then they had moments. Jesse's coming to the pits. And the Aston Martin is his teammate, so he did not take part in qualifying. So starting P16, had a good start, and then I don't know what happened. He lost a little bit of front wing there. As we see Falcon making a move on Wolfie on the Ferrari, where Fernando Alonso did it on Carlos Sainz in 2023. He's got the move stick and up to P7. Very good stuff from the AlphaTauris, P6 and P7. Good starts from both of them. Looking at the tires, top 4's on softs, Pink Panthers on, top 4's on mediums, excuse me. P5, Pink Panther, he is on the soft compound tire. He is looking pretty good at the moment with that tire. He's all over the back of the Poison Death Mercedes car. We have Wolfie on hards, Flavosi on softs, and Jesse's joined to the softs now. Burnsy went to hards, and everyone else is on the medium tire. Obviously, the preferred tire here. I think that's Wolfie getting it back from Falcon, the Ferrari. He's on the hards, Wolfie is, so he's not being able to have as much space as you'd expect. Pink Panther, I don't know if he can get really close here. He broke pretty deep, but he's not going to get a good exit on Poison Death here at the Bahrain International Circuit. Falcon has got the move done on Wolfie. This is a brilliant battle between one Ferrari powered car. Oh my goodness, he made a little contact there. Another Honda powered car. He made contact again, Wolfie, into the back of Falcon. He has to stay behind. Look at this Mercedes on the soft compound tire. Flavosi's all over the back of them. He's putting in, could be in contention, excuse me, for P7 here. As we see Poison Death all over the back of Kenneth. I wonder if Kenneth made a little bit of a moment coming out of that turn. Here he comes. Poison Death retakes P3. I don't wonder where he lost it before, but he's back into it. Wolfie has lost. I wonder if he had made contact with Falcon, because Flavosi's now at 2 seconds ahead. These two have really had some contact earlier, and then I think they had some more coming down out of turn 10. Flavo! Pink Panther's lost it on the soft compound tire in the McLaren. I wonder what happened there. He has to wait for everyone to get out of the way. He's going to rejoin in P9. Flavosi has made up 3 spots on this lap, and he's up to P6. So Dodge Demon has clear air. Flavosi, while we talk about him, got a 3-second time penalty. Kenneth is looking for P3 again around the outside of DRS. The top two are very close, but here comes Kenneth on the Williams. He can't make the move stick here, and he has to stay behind the Mercedes for a little bit longer. Alright, apologies about that. Verstappen is trying to get closer to Russell. He's about 3/10 behind. This is definitely going to be the highlight battle. I wonder if we could see some spark slime diseases. Same tire, same field, you know, it's just man versus man. That's what it is. They had a very good fight in Austria, as well as Mercedes Montoki, who's on here today. I think we've got a spinner. It's Chessie. Wow, that's a surprise. We had a lot of them in Austria. I don't think we'd have one from in Bahrain. Sengen is flying, the Alpine driver, and I think he's just going to easily make this move. Down the main straight, he waited a little bit, he hesitated, but here he comes down the inside of the Williams. I think he can make it stick. Yes, he can. Sengen takes the lead of the race. Will it be DRS for him or Rosso? It's DRS for Versengen. No, neither of them. They both probably want to cross the DRS detection zone at the same time. So no DRS for Rosso. Oh my goodness, that's a huge slide coming out of the corner from Versengen, but he's going to have to stay behind the 29 car on the Williams. Both Williams losing spots in the last couple corners. I don't know what that attempt was. But he's definitely have to stay behind. Just a little bit longer. Back straight, this is not going to work unless he makes a massive dive, which would just be stupid. So Rosso, smart driver he is, going to stay behind a little bit longer. With Kenneth still holding within Poison Death and Dodge Demon 5th, Flavosi, Wolfie, Carlos. Big battle here between Romeo of Hero and Kippo, who's actually had a pretty decent comeback after losing a lot of time. He was stuck behind slower cars, and he's trying to make a move with P9, but at the moment has to stay behind. Good George also within Frankie Bear. Rosso's going to be able to make another move on lap 8. Already on lap 8, wow. So, here he comes. Cross the main straight, and this should be pretty fairly easy for the lead of the race. Rosso has got it done into turn 1, but the DRS will swing to Versengen, and out of turn 2 and 3, as Poison Death is making a move. Oh my goodness, I was so close. And I don't know how they didn't make contact there. I think Poison has got it back. Versengen's got it back on Rosso. He's gone down the inside. And he's made a move. Rosso still hanging in there, though. Now into the inside next corner, but he's going to stay back just a little bit longer. Versengen is back in the lead after losing it back on the main straight. And he's going to able to stay ahead a little bit longer. Poison Death, 4/10 ahead of Kenneth, so they're 5 seconds behind the 2 leaders. He was able to get that, keep ahead of Kenneth. Kippo's gotten ahead of Hero for P10 and Good George ahead of Frankie Bear for P12. Yeah, this Williams is all over the back of Alpine. He really wants to get past, but he needs to do it smartly. Maybe into turn 4, so it doesn't give Sengen DRS back if you do it in turn 1. Oh, Poison Death is... Oh, this is disaster for Poison. He's left the session, he's disconnected, and this is going to give... Oh my goodness, Kenneth P3. He can barely get around the car. He does. He's back in the P3 here. Rosso's actually kind of went a little bit back in the 3rd sector. He's now 6 seconds behind. So he's not going to be able to attack in the turn 1. Maybe that's a good thing. On to lap 9. I was thinking about a move there. Poison Death already 8/10 behind. Kenneth maybe try to make his way back to the 2 leaders. But yeah, this AI is not helping Poison Death. That's what happens when you're disconnected. You just hop into AI. Rosso now down the inside of his rival. I don't know if he can make it stick. He has Versengen, nothing on the outside. Rosso, what a move. And he's back up into the lead of the race after leading for the majority of the first part. Dodge Demon is going to be able to overtake Poison pretty soon here with his AI. Rosso a little deep going into turn 9. I think that is. And Versengen right on the power. And I think that's, yeah, it's a good move there. From Rosso. Hero is keeping touch with Kippo, which is very, very good. I think I'm going to have to invite back Poison. He's not disconnected. He's losing a ton of time, he's not even on the line. I can't invite him. So, Versengen on to lap 10. We're in the double digits here, about to start in this Bahrain Grand Prix. As Dodge Demon has gotten past Poison for P4. That AI is just not helping. He's nothing he can do. He's offline. I can't invite him back. Probably lost internet or something. 19 laps to go. No pit stops yet. Of course, I'm ingesting a Red Bull in the back. Versengen way too far back to make a move. Although I don't know if he has the pace out of turn 3 and 2 and 3 to get it back up into 4 now. He's actually lost time there, but also wow, great corner. And I think they're just gonna have to chill a little bit more. Hero is within DRS of Kippo. I don't know if he can make that move, but oh, he is. Kippo, no wins on the straight. And, I mean, very high wins on the straight. Oh, he hit the Alfa Romeo, who's up into P9. I wonder if there's any damage. Probably not. There's a very light contact. This car is all over the track map, as you can see already. Kippo trying to make the move. No doing. To the twisty section. Pavosi does have a 3-second time penalty for track limits. He's probably going to be the first person to stop of the main runners. Oh, as I speak of that, the other Ferrari of Wolfie has now got a 3-second time penalty. He's now all over the back of the Mercedes, the AI. And you just go down. Oh, that was way too close for comfort. He's got the move done on Mercedes, though, who can only hope and pray he can get back in, but he's still appearing offline. It's a huge shame. Pavosi now might be able to... Oh, I think we've got a spinner. It's Carlos again. And after making it up to, what was it, P8, he's down back to P10 after spinning. Not ideal. Good George. P13. I don't know how you can spin. You have full traction control allowed, which won't be next race. We have medium. Pink Panther all the back of Falcon for P11. Oh! Versengen's got P1. I wonder if Rosso tried to make a move. Because Versengen is back in the lead of the race. It's 2-3 for Williams. As we see our first pitter, Carlos. I wonder if he got damage from that. And we've had a spinner. I think it's one of the McLarens. Pink Panther? No, Frankie. No, it was Pink Panther. I think he slowed down a little bit. Kippo's lost a little bit of time. Yeah, he's battling actually with Hero. And oh! Hero's going into him. He somehow doesn't get contact. There's a lot of penalties flying around. Frankie's got a 5-second speed in the pit lane. Kippo did just get hit by the Alfa Male of Hero. No damage there. It doesn't look like. He's now 8 seconds behind Poison, though. So that's a big damage on track, of course. Track position. This is Rosso buying his time. He doesn't want to overtake before the DRS point going into turn 1. Or, I mean, going into the last corner to overtake in turn 1. And he's coming to the pit. No, he's had a little bit of juking out of Versengen. We did have Carlos pit this lap, as did Frankie Bear, but it's going to be an easy pass for Rosso back in the lead on lap 12. Head of the Alpine and Versengen. These two are pretty equally matched so far. The standings, as we see, Rosso has a 2-point lead on Versengen. He finished P2 compared to Versengen's P3. Esmond Toki finished P1, but he's not here today. 4th was Wolfie, who's running 5th. He's having a good race. Then Kippo and something with Jesse. I think we've had another spinner of Kippo. Oh no. No, it's not Kippo, but he's making a move. It's Jesse who's had a spin. Kippo. Oh my goodness. What a move from the number 72 car. Out of turn 3, and he has caught the DRS, and he's going to try to fly away. Jesse. So he did spin. Is that damage on the Aston Martin? No, it doesn't look like it is. That's a relief for him who's really struggling. He needs a safety car at this point. No big crashes. We've seen it all. Let's just see if we're singing. 5/10 behind Rosso. I think at this point you just gotta. Oh, excuse me. I did get a great night's sleep last night. I know I'm young. Anyways, for Singen. I think he'd just be better to bide his time. We've had another McLaren spin, and it's Pink Panther. That's another. Oh my god! That was so close between him collecting Good George. But as he regains control of his car, he's going to fall to P13. I'm so sorry to miss that for Sengen. Back in the lead of the race into turn 1. But Russell's going to have all the traction, all the ERS, all the DRS. He's a little bit more ERS, but they're both really conserving it. Here comes Rosso down the inside into turn 4. Getting the Williams make the move. Oh, they're so close. I think he might have done it. Yes, he has. The Alpine is still there, but he's going to have to back out. What a move from Rosso down the inside. And he's back up into the lead on lap 13. No pit stops from either of them. No pit stops from any of the top 11. As we have Poison Death being overtaken by Kippo's up to P7. 3-second time penalty from Dodge. So 4 through 6, all of penalties. That could be good from Kippo if he wants to make some more moves up the field as he gets ahead of Poison. Speaking of which, I wonder if he needs another penalty. Looks like Versengen's going to have to stay behind. Oh, there's almost low contact there. No, I don't think he's running back. His internet died. Carlos Schiff is making... Yeah, he's got moved on to P11 on Good George after pitting and spinning multiple times. It's not going to be a good race from him. There's Alfa Romeo and Mercedes fighting, of course, but I wonder if there's going to be a slip up there in Rosso. He's just really struggling. Now, will you pit? Will you pit for hards, or will you stay out, try to pit for softs? Two-stopper, it is going to be Rosso coming to the pits. Versengen stays out. Looked like Versengen was going to come in. He kind of cut the I don't know if that's allowed or not, if he went into the pit entry line and then came back out. I don't know if that's allowed. I think it's fine, but he's going to take the lead back ahead of Rosso. Lose out to his teammate. Dodge Demon also pits, so it's hard tires for Rosso. And we've had another spinner, AlphaTauri, and it's Falcon. Speaking of his teammate who pits now, Wolfie goes up into P4, maybe P3, no. He's going to have DRS on the Williams, the former leader. Kippo gets ahead of Flavosi who pits, the Mercedes. Poison Death gets a little bit higher, but of course he's an AI. Frankie Bear gets another some time penalty as Wolfie, so he's already a pit stop behind Rosso. That is crazy. Kenneth also already losing 10 seconds to the top two. They are just in another league right now. Carlos Jeff sets the fastest lap of the race as Falcon gets another quit time penalty. Actually, it's his first time penalty. So those hards definitely working if Carlos can get fast lap on his just third lap on those tires. We've had another spinner. It's Falcon. No, not Falcon. Sorry. His teammates, Dodge Demon, in the AlphaTauri, just pit all those hard tires. And I'm just speaking hards. I thought were going to be good, but clearly not. Spins down to P8 behind Poison and I think Hero, but he has to pit as does Kippo. We have a pit stop for Versengen on lap 15. What is he putting on? It's hard tires, of course. What else could he put on? Kenneth pits as well for Williams. So where will Rosso be? Is he getting the undercut on Versengen? Wolfie staying out. Rosso, I think he's going to be ahead. Yes, he is. Rosso's got the undercut done on Versengen, who will have one lap fresher tires. He's over a second behind. Which is not going to do. So get back into the DRS to fight again. We're about halfway done with this race. You see Wolfie in P3, but he's going to pit. So Kenneth, I wonder if Wolfie can get the pace. Could, you know, get a P3 here. I'm inviting Poison Death back. Maybe he can join back once again. Kippo's pitting, Hero's pitting, and Poison's pitting. Hopefully Poison's strategy didn't look like it was too bad. Pitting on left 15, that's fine. Kippo comes out in P8. He's about 5 seconds behind Carlos. The only man not to pit is Wolfie. As Burnsy might have to as well as the Jesse because he's on the soft pitch. So sure, yes, it could have been. So yes, so it is return for Poison. As you see, Dodge Demon about just over a second ahead of Fuvosi. So, time penalties. That is a big key here. 3 seconds for Wolfie, Dodge Demon, and Flavosi. That's P3, P5, and P6. 3 seconds for Good George, 5 for Falcon, and 11 for Frankie Bear. We are having a little bit of a battle back here between the two McLarens and Falcon and Good George. Here comes the two McLarens. Pink Panther. Is that maybe team orders? I don't know, but no, it's not, because Frankie Bear is coming right back at him. Right back at him. Apologies, the UI goes away. The Pink Panther is able to get ahead of Frankie, who has a lot of time penalties. Not a good race from Pink Panther. He was really doing well early on, but he's just kind of struggling. Look at the position changes. He's gone down 7 positions. That is not ideal at all for both. He's made up 6, and he's about to make the move. On Dodge Demon is he? The AlphaTauri. Flavosi's the only one who went to mediums on that little pit stop. Mercedes going around the outside. Number 13 is let's stay behind. Did a bit of... it was close to contact. No contact, though. Dodge Demon super squarely out of turn 3. Here comes Flavosi. He's going to go around the... no, he's going to go on the inside of the Mercedes. And I think he's got the move done. Oh, he's going way too deep. Oh, he's made contact. The Mercedes has made contact with the AlphaTauri, who's gone to the back of him. Mercedes spun round. And Dodge is still behind Flavosi, so they might have lost a lot of time. Is that damage on the front wing of the AlphaTauri? Number, what is it, 54? I'm trying to get a better camera angle, but Carlos is now within a second of these two. He's really gotten close. There's a battle between Falcon and Good George, but I would like to see if there's damage. No, there's no damage on either car, so that's a good sight to see. Falcon's lost a lot of time to Good George after that battle. And another time penalty for Falcon as well. So he might have cut the corner. Flavosi. Oh, did Dodge make the move? He did. Oh my god. Dodge, after maybe almost taking him out, he spun him out a little bit. He's got the move back for P5. Has Dodge Demon. So we have 3 cars in the nearest train as Wolfie pits for the mediums. So that's... he started on mediums, didn't he? Let me look back. Pit stops. Wolfie... no, he's starting the hards, apologize me. I apologize. So he's going to be, I think, ahead, still in P4. Long way to go, but those tires are looking good. He's 14 seconds behind Kenneth. That's a big gain he has to make. Carlos has gotten past Dodge, who's lost 2 positions in that little fight. Carlos, he has really made his way back to P6. And he could get more here. Flavosi just ahead of him, and with a 3-second time penalty. Dodge has gotten another 3-second time penalty. Very deep from the Haas, but he's going to be able to get DRS on the back straight. Top 2, haven't seen much from them. Versengen just 1.4, kind of hovering around that gap. So Rosso the leader. That's kind of... oh, that's very deep. It's almost off the track, Flavosi. That's not the optimal racing line. Carlos now. This could be a good pass from him. His overtakes all over the field. Jesse's down to last behind the Red Bull. Here he comes, though. Carlos. Could he get the move on the outside? On the back straight, he's not really gaining at all. Flavosi stays ahead. But, oh, look at that exit, the switchback. Coming to that fast right-hander turn. Carlos, I think... oh, he gets pushed off. And Dodge Demon here. He's made contact with the Mercedes, has Carlos. And Carlos now lost position to Dodge Demon, who is perfect timing to get back into P6. And now he does have time penalties, but he is right behind Flavosi. He can make the move. I think Carlos got pushed off there by Flavosi, and maybe in retaliation, Carlos hit Flavosi in the back. Here he comes. Carlos. I don't know if he can make the move here, but Dodge Demon is definitely going to go down the inside of Flavosi in the Mercedes. I think he's got it done. Yes, he has. He's gone very deep, though. Carlos has got it on the Mercedes. And Carlos, a brilliant switchback. I cannot believe it from the Haas. He has done it. Oh, they make contact though, down into turn 4. Both have DRS, neither of them DRS. Carlos, oh, he's gone deep. They're still wheel to wheel. I cannot believe this, but Dodge forces Carlos to back out. And it is Dodge Demon who wins that battle out on lap 18. This is brilliant racing between these three. Vavosi now down to P7. Carlos, it is not done yet on this lap though. And he's got it done, because Dodge has had a huge moment. Down to turn 10, he's doing a Fernando Alonso. Oh, he's pushing him off. Carlos goes off the track. He rejoins ahead of Dodge Demon. No, he doesn't. Dodge Demon, they're still wheel to wheel. Vavosi in the background. I cannot believe this, Carlos. He's got the move. No! That's an awful move from Vavosi. That's so dangerous. And he's pushed Carlos off, who's lost it out to Dodge Demon. Oh my god. Vavosi completely hitting the rear of Carlos, who got the move on Dodge. Carlos is out. Vavosi's down to P8 behind Kippo now, who's really getting close. And there is more fights behind at P11, but this is unbelievable. Carlos, can he finally get back into the top 5? He's tried for so long, my mouth is getting dry. It's getting too much, it's too wet, you know. Saliva. Here he comes, Carlos. He's got the move done finally. Can he keep it on? If he can, I think he can drift away. He's on those hard tires. They're no older than Dodge, actually. Wolfie, I haven't seen him made a significant gain on Kenneth, maybe a couple seconds. Vavosi, another time penalty. He's now at 6 seconds. He's going to might lose out to Hero and Poison, who are just down the road a little bit. Speaking of which, Versengen about a second behind Russell. Can he get DRS here? The detection zone was there. He did not, so he's going to have to stay behind. Check this out. Pink Panther and Good George and Falcon. 3 teams. Oh my god, I cannot believe this. Falcon goes up the track. They've been battling for so long. We haven't been able to watch it because there's other battles happening in this race. DRS from McLaren and Pink Panther. He gets ahead of Good George. He's going to stay. Oh my god, that was so close. Falcon just barely tapped the rear of Good George, who lost it for a second, and he loses time to Pink Panther. This is not over yet. Versengen does not have DRS. Oh, he's within a second now. He is within a second. And Frankie Bear gets another time, and he's up to 14 seconds. But Versengen goes back out of DRS, so I don't know about that. Very deep from Good George on the Red Bull. He does get DRS barely, as does Falcon, but he's not going to be able to make anything of it. Dodge Demon now. The main straights, he's got the move done on Carlos Jeff, I believe. And as Carlos goes for the move, he goes down the inside of the AlphaTauri. How did he make contact? What a move. He's ahead for now, but there's still wheel to wheel coming out of turn 3. Down to turn 4. Neither of them have DRS. No, Carlos has DRS. Can he make the move done? Yes, he can. On the AlphaTauri, but it's not over yet. Switchback. I lost a little trail. Whoa. He's hit the wall. He had the switchback and he lost traction and he's gone off again. Oh, has he lost? I don't even know what he's doing now. It looks like it was purposefully. Kippo's all over the back in the Aston Martin. I'm losing my breath. This is so exciting. Dodge has lost so much time. He's gone off. It's that damage. He's beat it. Oh, he's in the wall. He's lost his front wing. It is a virtual safety car has been put out for now. He's got a 5-second time penalty. He has to pit. Everyone slows down. No overtaking. And we have a virtual safety car. I don't know what Dodge was thinking there. I mean, he was really all over the road. He's just losing it. I don't think there's going to be a safety car here. I mean, unless he has another moment like that, it's going to be just a virtual for now. So that slows everyone down. Versengen has gotten within DRS, and Kenneth, he's coming to the pits. Both leaders stayed out. I completely forgot about the pits. Kenneth pits. I don't think it's going to really matter. And there's a drive-through penalty for Frankie Bear. For speeding in the pit lane, Versengen. Has he got the move done on Russell? He has. Has he caught Russell napping a little bit, just like Checo Perez was in France last year, or a year before that? Versengen's back in the lead. The Alpine driver has taken it back, and Dodge has retired on track. And we have another virtual safety car. I wonder what happened there. Coming to the pits, he lost it. There's no safety car. I cannot believe this. He's left the session. he was once running in P5, and then those last couple laps are very, very, I don't know, dangerous, I guess. Very clumsy. Only a virtual safety car. Second one of the day. There's a drive-through penalty for Frankie, who needs to serve it. Can't doing yellow flag conditions. Versengen has just stolen the lead from Rosso, and he's now trying to get out of DRS. Wolfie is third. This could still be a podium for Kenneth due to 3-second time penalty from Wolfie, and he's only 6 seconds behind on fresh tires. Kippo's just behind Carlos in P6. They both stay out. They're not going to risk anything with 7 laps to go. There could still be another safety car, of course. Virtual safety car, I wonder if it's ending soon. Not so far. So yeah, the top two of... it's like 2 Max Verstappens are in the lead right now. And it's a time of... oh my god, there's so many drive-through penalties. Look at this. Carlos in the Haas in P5. Flavosi in P7. 11th and 12th with Good George and Falcon all good drive-throughs. There's 5 people with drive-throughs at the moment. Rosso trying to go down the inside, but he can't make it stick there. So, 5 drive-through penalties. That's going to put Kippa up to P5, and I think Hero up to P6. Who's had a really, had a race who's kind of flown under the radar. There's a big battle here from P11 to P14. So, Jesse's actually got, he might be able to, oh, he's all top 15 drivers score points. He might be able to get something more. Carlos not going to pits is Favosi, who's serving his drive-through penalty. Rosso with the DRS. I'm losing my voice a little bit. Trying to drink some more water. I don't know if it's working. I should have just been drinking some more today. Poison Death has gotten past Hero. No, he hasn't. Hero. I wonder if... oh, there's a little contact there. Poison tried to make it move with DRS. The Hero's able to get back at him. So Versengen staying ahead of Rosso. Here comes down the inside. Poison. Oh, he's made contact. He's made a second contact. Hero, he somehow stays ahead. Just by Poison's... whoa, I don't know what that was. That was dangerous. I think we've had a big moment. We've had a safety car. Good George and Falcon. Oh, what is... oh, this is really bad for all the drive-thru runners. We have a full course safety car. The leader's pit. But... Good George just lost his front wing. Falcon, I don't think he's lost his front wing. There's something on the main straight has happened. Have we missed it? And the 2 leaders have pit for Sengen and Rosso. So all the people on the drive who have drive-thrus, basically, they have to wait until the safety car's over, and they've already had it for a lap or 2. So they might not be able to serve it. So everyone's going to be back. I wonder... who's lapped? I think Frankie's the only one that's... no, we actually have... yeah, I think Frankie's the only one that's lapped. Which is good. So, Wolfie's come in. Kenneth has come in. Carlos and Kippo come in. So, Kippo's at a very good spot, as is Kenneth, because... there's... well, more so Kippo, because, you know, there's penalties for Wolfie and Carlos. Another 3-second time penalty for Good George. That has really just ruined... no, not ruined. This is really putting this race another level of excitement, another factor into here with a safety car late in the race in lap 22. Jesse, he's going to be happy about that, you know. He finally gets a safety car that goes to his way. A little bit of a disappointing race for him so far. He can maybe take it back. So we're back to square one. Versengen in P1, Rosso in P2. Wolfie, oh my god, I'm really losing my voice right now. I don't know if I can commentate these last couple laps. I think it's so exciting as it has been so far. What a brilliant race this has been. Everyone's coming to the pits. Heroes pit, I believe. Poison, Flavosi, Pink Panther, Jesse, Falcon, Burnsy, Good George, Frankie Bear pit before. Did he just hit the safety car? Am I seeing this right? Frankie Bear has not lost damage, but he is... what is he even doing? This is the leaders. He's in between them. And he's lapped. He's down in P15. He's very last. And he just keeps hitting Versengen, the leader. This is... what is this? This has to be reported. This is a little bit of dangerous driving here. He's wheel to wheel with Rosso. I don't know what his plan is here. I mean, going to the... he's already lapped. He's trying to get... he's, of course, trying to get past Versengen. Trying to get himself unlapped, but... he won't do it. He's not going to risk losing to Rosso at all. And he's going to come into the pits. Flavosi gets another time penalty. He has 9 now. So P13 down drive-thrus. Carlos P5 drive-thru. That's really bad for him. That's not ideal. So Wolfie has closed up to the back after being like 40 seconds behind. He's back up. Kenneth also Kenneth had pretty good pace, but it was nothing compared to the top two. Absolutely nothing. Carlos pits again. Oh no! He thinks he can serve his drive-through during. As is Frankie. They think they can serve their drive-through during. This is. Oh no, he's going for softs. What am I thinking? Maybe he thought both. He's actually served his time penalty. Maybe I don't know. He was a little late coming out. Everyone's on softs except Good George. Frankie Bear has retired. He's lapped. He's done. He can't really do anything else. He could score 1 point for McLaren, but he decided not to. Good George, he's on mediums. He has a drive penalty, not looking good for him. So yeah. Pink Panther, Burnsy, and Jesse, they could get a redemption because for Burnsy and Jesse, they kind of got their race ruined by like first couple laps. Burnsy on lap 1, he had to pit, and the Jesse, I think just a couple laps later. Pink Panther spun a couple times, but now he's redemption. Great pace from both Pink Panther and Jesse. I haven't seen any indication from Burnsy. I think it's decent, but we haven't seen any race pace coming from him. As we wait for everyone to close in, we have the top 7 so far. Kippo's at a very good position. He's got good pace to showcase in Aston Martin. Yeah, I'm really gonna lose my voice. I have no water left, and I don't want to go to the fridge and get some more. Because it's mid-race, so let's start. Just a final couple laps of, a showdown. Oh! Carlos almost hit the back of the Mercedes there. I think he's all good, though. So, we wait for Fulvosi to get to the pack, Pink Panther, and downwards. I don't know if Good George can get to it. Did he pit for the softs? He hasn't. He's still in the mediums. He's screwed either way, as is Falcon and Carlos. We're going to have at least one more lap. I think it might come in this lap, in lap 25. So we're going to have 26, 7, 8, 9. We're going to have 4 laps of racing to go, or 3. Depends how fast, these 4 are definitely going to get to the pack. I don't know if Good George. So yeah, it should come in this lap. 1000%. So I wonder how Versingen is going to deal with this safety car restart. We had one at the end in Austria as well. I think it was Montoki who led it away, and he kept the lead ahead of Rosso and Versingen. It might have been Versingen who did lead a safety car restart, I'm not sure, but it'd be interesting to see how he handles the restart. I think he's number 82. So yeah, looking at the position changes, Versingen and Rosso have switched around. Wolfie's up 5, Hero and Jesse are up 4, and Flavosi's up 3, and then we have Poison, Carlos, and Pink Panther down 3. It's a shame for Poison that he lost a lot of time. He could have probably been P5, P4 without what happened there. Wolfie with a penalty, though. It's going to lose him out to Kenneth, Kippo, and others, and then Flavosi, of course. So that's a huge shame for him and Carlos and Falcon. Falcon and Good George started the safety cars, so I don't know. That second VSC really screwed everyone over. Alright, safety car coming in this lap. So Versingen can go, once the safety car is peeled into the pits, he can go when he pleases. He cannot go and then stop again and then go. He can't do that. If you go, you're gone. You made your decision, you're gone. Everyone's in the pack. We're going to have 3 people who are going to serve their drive-thrus. They actually might get a penalty this lap. I don't know if it's a disqualification or a 20-second time penalty. Either way, it's a big penalty. If they don't do it, they're going to have to serve this lap, most likely. And let's see. Soft tires for everyone except Good George. Carlos has the newest ones. After Sengen gone, when is he going to go? He's just waiting. Someone's position changes. He's gone. He's gone. Pink Panther has a time penalty. There's a little collision back there. Versengen has gone. Rosso's on him, though. Can he go and move for down the inside into turn 1? No. Yes, he can. Yes, he is. He goes down the inside. He locks up a little bit. He stays behind. Kenneth has got past Wolfie. But, oh my goodness, there's a little bit... Oh no, Kenneth has lost it out. Kipple now around the outside of Hero. There's, oh, Pink Panther's gone off at the back. That's his race, maybe ruined. No, he can rejoin. Rosso all over the back of Rasengan. Jesse's made a couple positions. Flavosi had a contact with Pink Panther under the safety car, I think. And that, just under the restart. Someone's had it off. It's Jesse! I cannot believe it. And he is going to be ruined. I don't know how he's lost it again. Nothing to blame but him. And he has new pedals, so, you know, he's just getting used to his pedals, you know. Kenneth trying to go around the outside of Wolfie. Can't make it. Kippo is inside of Hero. That doesn't sound right, you know, but he's ghosted inside of him. Kenneth has got the move done. Oh, it's close. He's got it, but Wolfie made a little bit of contact with Kenneth. Kenneth back into the podium position. So it's a 2-second gap between the top 2 and P3 already. This is like Bahrain 2014 with the 2 Mercedes after the safety car restart. Except it's all equal cars. They're just that much quicker than everyone else. Hero, this is like a 4-way fight. Because Flavosi has time penalties. Oh! What a dangerous move from Hero to go down the inside of Kippo. And he has lost out Kippo to both Mercedes. The Haas comes to the pits to serve as drive-through. Versengen stays ahead of Rosso. But what's going on here? Flavosi trying to go down the inside. Kippo's lost positions. Oh, it's very deep from Hero. What's going on here? Hero trying to stay ahead of the Mercedes. The Mercedes have spun round of poison death. That's going to be his race ruined. Kippo can get past Hero. He's back to P6, but Flavosi... Oh, that was close again. Flavosi has gotten all the way up to P5. I think he was P8. He's made up 3 positions that lap. But he does have a 9-second time penalty. For Kippo could get a P4 here if he stays within Wolfie's 3-second. Rosso is not making a move yet, but he has to. He only has this lap and then 2 more laps. He has 2.5 laps to make the move for the win, but he has to time it absolutely perfectly. He can't make it on the wrong place. He has way more ERS than Versengen. Versengen's draining it. Kenneth is draining it. Kippo has good. Hero is draining it. Pink Panther's draining it. Burnsy in a good position to P8. Jesse's made a way back up to P10 after a couple of people had to serve their drive to penalties. Oh my god, I want to take a pause for a second for my voice, but I can't because Rosso's about to make the move for the lead. DRS will be enabled this lap. He's not going to have it on the main straight, but we will have it on the run down to turn 4. 3/10 difference. Kippo could make a move on Flavosi here as well. Rosso, he went way faster that lap than Versengen. Can he make the move down the inside? No, he backs out. Smart choice there from the Williams driver. As we see Burnsy getting past Hero. No, Kippo got past Flavosi. Hero still he went really deep on trying to get ahead of Burnsy. And Kippo has all the way up to P5. But he's got a little... Oh, wow, Flavosi, look at this straight line speed from him. The Mercedes, a rocket ship. He went deep, though, coming into turn 4. And Kippo trying to get past, but he's going to have to back out. Kippo really probably getting frustrated. He has so much pace. But behind these guys, penalties. Kenneth is running a good P3. Wolfie trying to stay with him, but the penalty is really hurting him. Kippo might not get P4 here. And we've had a spinner. It's Jesse again. He's going to fall out of the top 10. Poison Death's back up to P10. Rosso has DRS, and he's within 2 tenths. It's so close. It's going to be the final lap. I cannot be more excited. These 2 drivers have been the best of the best today in the Bahrain International Circuit. And it's going to be 1 lap to decide the victor. You can't make it up more than that. It's Abu Dhabi 21, except, you know, it's on a title fight. Round 2 of the championship. But they are very close to the championship. Only 2 points between them. In second and third. One of them is going to take the championship. But who's it going to be? Is it Rosso? Is it Versengen? Rosso's got the DRS. He's going to fly past Versengen on the straight. He's got the lead. But can he keep it into turn 4? Versengen... They have literally equal ERS. Versengen now with the DRS down to turn 4. We've had a spin from Falcon, but does that matter? No. What an exit from Rosso. He's about 4 tenths ahead of Versengen. Kippo's fighting out with Burnsy. But Versengen has to stay behind. Is this Rosso for the win? Is it going to be a double? It is going to be a double Williams podium, but is it going to be P1 or P2 for Williams? Kippo's finally gotten ahead of Flavosi, ahead of Burnsy. Pink Panther's somehow gotten ahead of Hero. Burnsy is in a very good spot. He could get a P6 here. I don't know if Kippo can get a position P4, but he is in P5 at least. He needs to gain 210 to get a Wolfie. This is Versingen's last chance. The DRS down the main back straight into turn 11, I think. He goes down the outside. Versengen, can he make it? He has! Oh my god! What a move from Versengen. He's got it on Rosso. I've never seen anything like that move. Round the outside. On that corner, it's almost impossible. But he's got it. Rosso is all over. I don't know if he can do it. He's got one corner and a little bit of a straight. It's going to be down to the wire. But Versengen has shown everyone what he can do. Because he's going to win in Bahrain. For Alpine, Versengen takes a wonderful win. Rosso has to settle for second. They were miles ahead of the field. Kenneth makes it a double Williams podium. P4 will go to Kippo. He does get within 3 seconds of Wolfie, just barely. Burnsy, what an unbelievable comeback for P6 after being last for most of the race. Hero P7, Pink Panther, and then 2 Mercedes finish out the top 10. It's going to be Carlos P12, Jesse P11 with Carlos's penalty. Falcon and Good George complete the top 14, the top points, finishing positions. I cannot believe this race. My throat is gone, but it was so worth it. Versengen beats Rosso by 3/10. I mean, if this race would keep going, they would just keep trading those positions. I mean, that's basically it. Like, they were just so good, so ahead of the field. That's just class from those two. Great race from Kenneth. Kippo too, coming back to P4. And you know what? I'm gonna be in the interview channel. My Racing League tools did work, so I don't need to worry about that really much. It's the American flag on top for Versengen. Per BWT Alpine, he wins ahead of the Brazilian and the German of Kenneth. Williams off to a strong start in the championship, but it's going to be the driver's lead for Versengen. Kippo P4 and Wolfie P5 completing the top, the rest of them. I'm going to just screenshot these just in case. You never know what happens. Wow, I can't believe it's a 3-stopper from Kenneth to make it on the podium. So yeah, there's a lot of... There's surely going to be reports. It was a pretty chaotic race, especially during the safety car restart. And a big collision between Good George and Falcon. They barely scrapped the points. Carlos somehow got the fastest lap. He started P5. A lot of spins, but I think that was really early on when he pitted for the hards. 138, 3/10 quicker than Versengen. Anyways, we're going to have interviews. I'm going to join the interview channel now. I wish it was a speaker stage. I wonder if I can change it real quick.
I thought there was.
Hold on. How do I edit this to make... I don't know if I can. I'm going to make a whole new channel. Stage. Interviews. There we go. Alrighty, boys. Alright. Wow, I cannot believe my eyes. That was a brilliant race. Full of incidents and battles all across the field. Wow. Well, how do I make this full screen? There we go. So, we're going to have a couple interviews. I'm going to wait for a couple more people to join. Just pinning them real quick. So I'll get to you first, Kippo. You're going to be the first one. So if you want to interview, just raise your hand. I'll get to you. Oh yeah, now we have people joining. So. Wow. All right. I think we could start. Kippo, come up. You're the first one to raise your hand. Wow, Kippo, that was a
Hello.
race. Decent qualifying. You had a rough start, first couple laps, and you came back to a brilliant P4. Talk us through how that race went for you. It was a great comeback.
Well, first lap didn't really go amazingly.
Yeah.
I pretty much Mazepined it coming out of turn one. And then I think it was second lap, then I had a collision, car was round. But we kept our head down, just kept pushing, and, ended up getting P4 with a safety car.
Yeah, that's great stuff. Yeah, you had the collision. Who was that with?
I think George Boy or something, I don't know his name.
Okay, yeah, he went all the way to the back of the grid. How were you able to like not get a drive through? Like there was like 5 people in drive throughs on that second virtual safety car. Were you close in your delta?
Yeah, coming to the end of that second VSC, I could see the corner was coming up, and I saw my delta. I was thinking, I'm gonna have to lift you. I can't keep pushing. So I just lifted, broke a little bit, and I've just got over the
Oh,
delta to not get a drive through.
that was close. Wow. You're a Galaxy driver, but oh, you're doing well. I mean, Omega driver. Sorry, you're doing well in Galaxy. Next week in Spain, there's not a race in Omega, but there is in Galaxy. Will you be there for reserve? This is an open spot. Are you excited for that race?
Yeah, I mean, if there's an open spot, I'll probably be there. Spain's a track that I quite enjoy. It's good for racing, so let's have to see what happens.
Yeah, for sure. Well, thank you. That was a great race. Hope to see you again. Yeah,
Thank
thanks for
you.
your time. Sengen, the race winner, a brilliant race. Have you come up? Wow, how do you feel? Just won a QRL race, so the brilliant battle with the Williams driver. How do you feel?
Feel great. I mean, the battle was incredible.
Yeah,
So much fun. It just glued nose to tail pretty much every single lap to Leo. Hats off to him. He did a great job keeping it clean with me. We both kept it clean with each other, gave each other space, but very fast, very aggressive as well. Broke away from the pack very quickly on
yeah,
both of the race start and the safety car restart. So yeah, a lot of fun. Feels great. He deserves the podium. Yeah, fun stuff.
yeah. That's great. You're in the championship lead now. It was unbelievable to watch you race today. I might contact you about information. You might be able to reserve tomorrow if you're able for the Omega Division. 'Cause
We will see.
you showed how clean you can be, and you absolutely pulled away from the pack, like not even close. You're like 40 seconds ahead of P3 and onwards. So yeah, I might contact you about that. Great stuff today. Spain next week. How do you feel about that track?
It's okay. It's very, very just. It's there. It's one of the tracks.
Yeah.
But it's not a bad one, so we'll look forward to it.
All right. Well, hopefully you can keep your championship lead and maybe extend it there.
Mhm.
Yeah. Thanks so much. Congratulations. Brilliant race win.
Thank you.
Top of standings.
All right.
Well, if anyone else wants to come up, just raise your hand. Yeah, Frankie. Pretty abrupt ending there. I don't know what happened there. Try to invite you again. All right, so McLaren driver is looking pretty decent towards the beginning of the race, and then it kind of fell apart. What happened there?
Chaos. Well, lap one, I got screwed over because in the big pile up at the beginning, I had to go off into the grass. But then because of that, I had no room to re-enter. So I ended up hitting one of the Red Bulls because I was already off the track. But he sort of cut me off on the entrance. So then I hit the wall there, that sent me to the back.
Right.
And then it was just penalty after penalty for track limits.
That's a shame.
Even though I didn't even hit the curb that hard, but
Yeah, you had pretty good pace when I saw you, and you had some good battles, with a couple drivers, so it's a shame.
I don't know what it was about my setup, but I was just falling back a ton.
Well, you could have
What
actually
do I-
stayed around. You know, if you'd P15, that's still 1 point, even with the drive-through. But
Yeah, but 45 seconds behind with like 2 drive-throughs and 20-second penalty, so I didn't even see a point.
yeah, that's fair. And you had to see the brilliant end of the race, the stream. Well, it's only nothing but forward, of course. Spain is next. You know, you scored a couple of points in Austria, so you're on the leaderboard. How do you feel about the rest of the season?
Hopefully better than Bahrain was.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for your time. Hopefully see you next week in Spain, Circuit
Will
of
be.
Barcelona. Yeah. Anyone else? Something? Mr. F, Kenneth, Dodge Seaman. Yeah. All right. Mr. Alf Falcon.
Yo.
How's that race? It looked pretty good, and you had a collision with one of the Red Bulls, I think.
Well, it kind of started off well, and then I think I had a pretty tight battle with a Ferrari, and then I spun it on the turn 2, which put me kind of towards the back of the grid, and then pretty much the rest of the race was me and I think it's Cool George. We were battling it out, and I think also one of the McLarens as well. So not the result I wanted, but a result.
Yeah, it was still a couple of points, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had some brilliant battles I was seeing with a couple people. Like, a little bit of contact there, but, Robin's racing,
Yeah.
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 Got a couple points in Austria, I think it was P8. So you're
Yeah.
definitely looking good in the standings. What about the future? What are you looking like for the rest of the season in Spain?
Well, so with Spain, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. That's one of my
Oh, awesome.
stronger tracks. It's faster for me, assuming the minimum front wing isn't like ridiculously more than what my setup is.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, I hope to see you
Cool.
looking at the top
Yeah.
5 in Spain. Thank you for the time.
Cheers.
Good race.
Thank you.
I probably have one more. Dodge Demon. Also abrupt ending. You're looking great. You're running towards top 5, and then what happened? You DNF'd, lost front wing.
Yeah. I broke my wing on I don't know what lap, but not long after I boxed at hards, and then as I went into the pit lane, I just ate the wall. And I went to mute my mic because my mate was like running, so I went in the pause menu, and as I did, I just smacked the wall.
Well, that's not ideal, but well, had a pretty good beginning start of the race. Always room for improvement. What do you think about Spain
Yeah,
next week?
always room.
Okay, excellent.
I'm just dying to worry, and
Alright.
that's why I muted. I was just coughing.
All right. Well, thank you. Sorry to do something real second. But yeah, hopefully to see you next week. Pretty good pace. Good clean driving. I think that'll wrap it up for today. Thank you, everyone. It was a really fun race to watch from my perspective, so hopefully it'll be like that next week in Spain. I'll see everyone then.